Yes, shalom everyone. I'm Amir Tsarfati, and these are breaking news. I don't know if you're following me, or if you follow me on Telegram or not, but I'll start with the very end. A barrage of rockets just fell right here in front of us, connect, and apparently one of those rockets fell inside my town. Thankfully, I took time to make sure everybody's okay. They're all pretty startled by this whole thing, but things are okay now. But if you want to understand what happened over the last few days, then the last few hours. This morning, around 7 o'clock in the morning, Israel began to teach Hezbollah why it's better for that organization to actually go for a diplomatic solution rather than fight us. We launched 4 different waves of strikes in southern Lebanon. Not before. We warned everybody that's still left in the villages there that they must leave. And then, not long ago, the IDF spokesperson, Rear Admiral Daniel Agari, addressed the people in the Bekaa Valley, which is more in the northeastern part of the country, the stronghold of Hezbollah as well, and told them, you also have an hour to leave because we know where the rockets are, we know where the drones are, we know where the cruise missiles are, and if you rented a room in your house, if you live in a house, or if you live next to a house where Hezbollah is storing weapons, you will surely get hit, so leave. Mass exodus of hundreds of thousands of people are making their way now towards Beirut. Those in southern Lebanon go up to Beirut. Those in the Bekaa on the east go west to Beirut. And Beirut is now getting tons of people. Now, among the casualties, first of all, there's about 300 people that died already in Lebanon and over 1,000 people that were injured. Among them, by the way, among the casualties are some senior officials of Hezbollah, both religious clerics as well as commanders. Prime Minister Netanyahu is running the operation from the underground base in Tel Aviv, from the headquarters of the IDF, together with the defense minister and the chief of staff. So far, more than 600 Israeli airstrikes. We will probably, but this is midday, we'll probably reach the end of the day with 1,000 strikes. We aim to, by the end of the day, to destroy 1/3 of the capabilities of Hezbollah. Hezbollah has tons of weapons. Iran armed them to their teeth, and they are super strong. We do not take them lightly, and we do not underestimate them, but we are taking advantage of the confusion that they're in right now after the beepers, the pagers, and the walkie-talkies event, as well as after the elimination of the top commanders of the Radwan force on Friday. Hezbollah is in an extremely difficult situation right now to do simple things like talking to commanders in the field, because they are very suspicious of tapping into their systems. Israel managed to penetrate into the system of the radio, the television, the landlines, and we are telling them to leave. We sent them text messages, we called them to their homes, we got on their radio airwaves, we got on their TVs. We're telling them. Now, that's not what a genocide looked like when you tell them, if you want to save your life, leave. We basically are telling the Lebanese, if you love your life, run from the areas where Hezbollah is hiding weapons. And by the way, the IDF spokesperson said that we are destroying the weapon that is aimed and ready to hit us. We don't wait for them to hit us. We are destroying it right now. This barrage that hit my town right now. As you know, I live next to the air base where you always heard the F-16s taking off and landing. This barrage aimed at that air base, and unfortunately, my town suffered a falling of a rocket, and I was here, and across from my desk, I can see the valley. The valley is also behind me, but across is the other side where the airbase is, and I saw and I heard the falling of the rocket, and I saw the smoke rising. This is when we realized that where we are, we didn't hear any alarm going off. So we actually independently decided to go to the bomb shelter that is shared by all the offices in our floor, in our building. Of course, I received the phone calls from the house. It's not easy, but I'm glad we already were in the bomb shelter a couple nights ago, because it kind of prepared us mentally to this scenario. We are expecting listen to me, we're expecting a massive Hezbollah strike and rocket barrages on Israel in the next few hours. And there's no doubt Hezbollah is now getting pounded. I cannot show you here the videos simply because I will be flagged, because what can I say? That there are some people that watching us, they don't love us or love me. So when there's a video that shows some bombing or some wounded people or some explosions, they flag, and violence, blah, blah, blah. That's why I have a Telegram channel, and this is exactly why you want to scan this QR. I have hundreds of videos, and the videos show that we hit the right places, ladies and gentlemen. The videos show that we hit places with rocket launchers. How do I know? Because the minute we hit it, rocket starts flying outside. The minute we hit it, you can see the ammunition is exploding for minutes after we hit. So, I mean, you can't run away from the truth here. Israel is not the aggressor here. We warned them to leave. We warned them to stop their aggression. Since October 8th, over 9,000 rockets and drones were flying towards Israel, killing dozens of people, among them 12 children, if you remember, a couple months ago. And so what we do now is we aim to return all of our evacuees from the north back to their houses. And the only way to do it is if we push Hezbollah and strip that terror group from its capabilities. There's no doubt that Hezbollah might stay as an idea, but we want to take from them their capabilities. That's what we do in Gaza as well. Speaking of Gaza, Yahya Sinwar, the leader, has not been heard for quite a few weeks now. And a few weeks ago, we bombed an area where we believe he used to be. So some suspicions are that he may be injured. Some even say he might have died. Maybe he's dead. We don't know, but he's definitely completely out of contact and very silent in the last few weeks, ever since we hit that part in the southern part of Gaza Strip. Tomorrow, if we will be able to, I will give you a comprehensive Middle East update to go over everything. But right now, do me a favor, pray for two groups of people, for the people of Israel, of course, but also for the uninvolved Christian Lebanese, Druze, and the Sunni Muslims there that don't want Hezbollah. That's a disaster that Iran brought upon them. And we pray that they not only not get hurt, but also find the strength to rise up, use the momentum, and actually strike Hezbollah from within. That's my prayer, that this whole thing of toppling Hezbollah will come from within Lebanon. So, breaking news, Israel is decimating southern Lebanon and the Bekaa Valley. Over 600 airstrikes, over 300 Lebanese died, mostly Hezbollah people or supporters or people where weapons and rockets and drones are in their homes. We're destroying launches, we're destroying rockets, we're destroying drones, we're destroying facilities where everything is there. We hacked into their radios, televisions, landlines, and we are telling them to leave their homes in southern Lebanon and in the Bekaa Valley. So there is a huge influx of people running from the south and from the east all the way towards the western shores to Beirut. And the hospitals are packed with people. They don't have enough blood. Basically, we're telling Lebanon, right now, we're only hitting Hezbollah. But if you will not restrain them, we might have to hit significant assets of the state of Lebanon. And don't forget, Hezbollah is hiding some strategic weapons within Beirut, and we know exactly where it is. Prime Minister Netanyahu more than once exposed these places from the stage of the UN General Assembly. So the most intense day of battle since the war began, and this is in Lebanon. I have hundreds of videos, hundreds of photos, and so much information. And again, I started this breaking news because rockets fell right in front of us, and one of them fell in my town while I'm in Connect. Thankfully, the family's okay, but they were shaken by this whole thing. I'm planning on doing a Q&A with Pastor Barry if situation will allow me to do it from Connect. We are prepared already over there. But if not, I'll try to do it from home. But if there will be a need for me to be in the bomb shelter, I won't be able to do it. So you'll know when we get to 8 p.m. Israel time. If I'm going to be live, then everything is good and we are good to go. Again, Israel had several rockets falling in the north and also in the valley here. But the story is not what happened here, which, by the way, caused almost no injuries at all. The story is what is going on in Lebanon. In the last few hours, Israel strikes over 600 targets, killed over 300 terrorists, and wounded over 1,000. And Israel is hitting storage places for weapons, places where they're hiding in houses, cruise missiles, drones, launchers. Unbelievable. From every 3 houses, 2 have weapons in the southern part of Lebanon. So what we do now is an attempt to peel off from Hezbollah its capabilities to the point that when we start the war and roll the tanks in, they're already too weak to be able to, respond forcefully. So this is what we do right now. We need your prayers. We're ahead of some very intense battle days. I'm sure rockets will fall all around me here. I'm sure I'm going to spend hours in the bomb shelter. I'm sure it's going to affect the northern Israel and maybe all the way down to Tel Aviv, even if Hezbollah will use its long-range precision-guided weapon. It's not going to be easy. We know that it's not going to be easy. The prime minister is talking to the people, the defense minister, the spokesperson of the IDF made it very clear to the Lebanese, if you don't want to get hurt, leave every place where Hezbollah is storing weapons. Guys, we're entering into a war. We don't call it a war, but it's already a war. And today it had begun. Everything we did in the last few days was preparing it for today. And from this point on, in the next week or so, we will intensify, ratchet up our attacks to take from Hezbollah capabilities that they have right now and to reduce the number of available objects that they can shoot at us. Objects, namely missiles, rockets, drones, and of course, shoulder missiles, cruise missiles, anti-tank missiles, whatever. And then when the time comes for us to hit the actual terrorists that are hiding somewhere, this is when our ground forces will follow the armored brigades that are already on the border. Folks, they will not tell you that, but a war has started and we haven't declared a war. And the reason why we haven't declared a war is because the US administration doesn't want a war. But everybody knows we have the right to defend ourselves. We've been pounded for the last almost 12 months with over 9,000 objects such as drones, shoulder missiles, and mid-range missile, short-range missile, long-range missiles. And Hezbollah began unprovocatively. Hezbollah wanted to help the Palestinians. For that cause, they're now destroying their own countries. They wanted us to leave our homes, but if you look at my Telegram channel, exodus is now happening from east and from the southern part of the country towards Beirut. And they have no place to stay over there. And so, guys, I want you to know that these are extremely difficult days that all of us know that we have to go through. I also want you to know that biblically, and I've said that many times, I believe that we are basically destroying the proxies of Iran, and therefore Iran will have in the future to choose to join a different coalition with powerful countries such as Turkey and Russia, because it won't be able to lean on its proxies. In the last couple of days, the Iraqi militias are sending cruise missiles and drones towards Israel. What they're doing now is what Hezbollah did for Hamas. They want to help those that are under attack. So when we attacked Hamas, Hezbollah joined the war to help Hamas. Now we're attacking Hezbollah, so the pro-Iranian militias in Iraq are attacking. And that means that what we do now to Hezbollah, we will then have to do to the Iraqi militias and to the Yemenis. And so Iran will eventually be left with no one to lean on but bigger countries, stronger countries, and that won't happen tomorrow. So I believe we're watching unbelievable things, and I won't even be surprised. Okay, there's more rockets coming in. Now it's in Haifa area, which means that I might have to. Now it's north of Haifa. They're trying to hit the Rafael military industry. Okay, there's another barrage towards north of Haifa, Akko, and all of that area. But again, as the rockets are launched, we have the names of the places where we know it might hit. And I'm looking at the list because once my town is added, then I know I have to rush to the bomb shelter right now. All right, so far, it's not our area. It's further close to the Mediterranean. Okay, so there's another barrage right now. Okay, I just heard, I'm hearing rockets falling. Wow. Wow. That's the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah, rockets are just falling not far from us. Yeah. So, war. That's what war is all about, folks. And as I said, direct hit in my town about 20 minutes ago. Hezbollah is now okay, there's another barrage. Hezbollah is now finally responding. Do you hear that? Yeah. 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 Hezbollah is now responding to the most intense strike of the Israeli Air Force ever in their history. And again, my Telegram is exploding with videos and with footage and everything. Prime Minister Netanyahu said it's just the beginning. And it is just the beginning. Again, if from 1 to 10, we're only at number 4 right now. We're going to get to number 5 and number 6. Ken? זה בקריות, זה הקריות. Yeah, we see the smoke billows from our window. Yeah. Anyway, so this is it, folks. We're at 4. We're gonna ratchet things up to 5 and 6 and 7. And again, we're gonna eventually have to, if they don't give up, we're gonna have to roll the tanks and get our special forces in and actually capture southern Lebanon in order to clean it up and make sure it will not pose an existential threat on Israel. And that's the only way to get our evacuees back to their homes after a whole year of being away. We never started it. We don't even want it. But it's time to deal with that because northern Israel is abandoned, it's burned, it's broken, it's devastated, and a country cannot abandon its crown jewel. Or we don't do that, okay? They have no right. They had no right to join this war to begin with. And they have no right to even think that we will allow it and not respond. So remember how it all started, and remember they're paying the price right now, and this is only the beginning. And again, I might have to leave. I might have to go to home because right now we had rockets falling on a Mediterranean, rocket falling in the valley next to us, and rocket falling right on us. So in the last 40 minutes, rockets are actually falling basically around us and within the townhouses itself. So I'm going to have to probably leave very shortly. Please share this video. Please pray for Israel. And again, on Telegram, you will find, by the way, thankfully, finally, they verified my Telegram channel. No longer you will have to be confused by imposters. Now, it's next to my name, there is a blue check mark, a blue verification mark, which means this is the official channel. Don't follow others because they'll ask for money, they'll ask for donations to some non-existing orphanages in Africa, or ask you to invest in crypto. These are, these are crooks from different parts of the world, mostly African. And I'm just warning you, just follow the right channel that has the blue mark, check mark next to my name with 573,000 followers already. Let me see if there is anything, that you need to know. Yeah, no, right now, this is everything. Again, rockets fell around me. I'm thankfully okay. But the story is not what happened here. The story is what's going on right now in Lebanon. And I urge you to, again, I cannot show the videos here. It's on Telegram because I'm being flagged every time I show a video here. So go to Telegram. It's unbelievable footage. I mean, I couldn't believe what I saw. I mean, it's unbelievable. You need to see it. We literally took over the airwaves of their radio stations, and we're telling them that if you're a part of Hezbollah, run. We took over landlines. We took over, they got messages from all over. And now there's a massive exodus of people from different parts of Lebanon, from the south and from the east towards Beirut. And Hezbollah is bringing upon Lebanon destruction. And if they don't stop right now and accept the terms that the UN gave them in 2006, Resolution 1701, that they have to completely clear the southern part of the country, they will eventually be destroyed, and with them the entire country. And that's the last thing we want. We do not want innocent Lebanese to have to go through all of this. We love Lebanese people, and we love Lebanon. I think it's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I want to go and visit there also. The last thing I want is for that country to be destroyed. But right now, a very Nazi-like Shiite religious fanatic organization that is operated by Iran and funded by Iran has taken over this country, and that's what we have right now. And they are posing threat on us. We never asked for all of this. We do not want all of this. And look, I'm here, and rockets are just falling all around me without me doing anything. And so keep praying for us, and I'll keep you posted.